Welcome to Akio Motorsport Modified channel. Welcome to my channel, everyone. Here it's a setup it's a setup of my Mitsubishi Eclipse GS 2.0 non-turbo, my review project. Here's my setup after cleaning the block and the cylinder head. Right now today I'm going to show you what I've done with my review project here on my Eclipse. So up to this part, I have someone at the machine shop. It's a old man, and he did me a favor to rebuild. Actually took my block here and grind my crank. I bought the engine kit from online. It's pretty neat, cool overall engine kit. It has everything on it. Has main bearing, thrust, rear main bearings for the crank, and I've reused my rods, my original rods, since it's still good, and 0.50 piston, all brand new, all four 0.50 piston. So he has honed a little bit just to fit the new piston. Since this is the first block review for this block here, so going for 0.50 is pretty good for the first review. And up to this part, I have set up my engine stand and hooking the block onto the engine stand. There's a few things you gotta know when bolting. I went out to Lowe's and a couple of local shops to buy some of the nuts, bolts, and the washer fit in the right side to actually bolt and hook it on to from the engine stand to hook up to the block here. And I've done a pretty good job here so far. I've done my best to tort and fit everything right. Make sure you do it right, because if you don't, then eventually the block will fall down in a short period of time. And notice here, I have my block on this engine stand for months now. I'm rebuilding my Eclipse here, engine blocks with the engine cylinder head. I've done this, rebuild this for over a year now, and so far I've put up my the engine block here to the engine stand for months now, and it's still standing good, not bending, not breaking, not dropping anything, due to my bolting the bolts and nuts right onto the block pretty good here, as you can see. And some of my rebuild, I took picture and had description while I rebuild the parts in my engine. So I'll have some of the picture with description on my website as well when I post up all my videos here. But right now I'm in the middle and almost done with my rebuild project here. As you can see here, I've set up, of course you need all the tools that you can, and all of that will list on most of my rebuild picture. Bought a new crank, which is about 2 tons, the crank lift here. Notice I've done this outside, you see, so whether raining, when raining or windy or anything, I don't have anything to cover. I don't have a garage, so I'm basically working outside. As you can see, I have things to cover, and bought it from Harbor Tool, and I cover my lift jack here for safety, so no water can come in, and also cover all of my parts from cars to my engine, everything that I basically work outside. So I got everything covered up, and it's been months I have the engine block standing like this. And sometime I have to actually, here there's the crank bolt. I have to turn. When you turn it, you're supposed to turn clockwise to spin the crank, because sometimes I put oil in, and sometimes you need to you put it out for a long time, you need to turn the crank. So you need to turn it clockwise to turn it, and then back to the timing errors here with the Woodruff key here. So whenever you turn, to actually free up the piston. And I also squirt. I have a can of squirt the oil in all of the ridges, and the crank ridges down to the piston, and keep doing it. If I leave it for more than a month, I keep come back within a month and turn the block over, so the old oil can be dumped out, and I just squirt new oil in. That's how I clean up my block. If I leave it for a long period of time, and to prevent from rusting and clogged up the piston. So now my crank it spins freely whenever I turn it counterclockwise, and squirt and put new oil in every time I do that. I'm at the last part here, putting the oil pickup torque down to 21 foot-pound here. I just do that, and notice when I rebuild the block, the parts, everything is rust, and if you leave it for a while, it'll be rust. So this part is kind of rust, the oil pickup. So I just sand it up, air blow it inside out, and clean it with WD-40 or a brake cleaner. Kind of clean it up inside out first, and then sand it before I put new oil, and blow inside out, everything clean before I put new oil all around it from inside out, through the hose and everything. And now I just finished bolting up to 21 foot-pound. So I just did it a minute ago using the torque wrench, and torque down to 21 foot-pound the oil pickup there. And basically this is about it. After this, I'm ready to put my oil pan and bolt it and torque it, my oil pan. That's the last thing for this downside of the block. Going to the block,